I'm sharing that now
Okay.
on YouTube. All right. So today's session, just make sure you're in a place where noise is not much, or so that you can unmute yourself, or anytime, so that anytime you need to talk, you can unmute if you're in a noisy area. Like I said, it's a personalized meal planning session. So the first thing you need to do now is to list all the foods. I have given you that assignment in the chat room. So if you have done it, we will go ahead and then start. So and I remember that you're supposed to be here with your biro, pencil, um, eraser, and why biro, pencil, and eraser is so that you will be able to erase when you're doing it. I also sent you a sample of what your meal plan should look like in the chat room. So it's not only just about food, it's also about lifestyle. So let me drop this message for those in the chat room. If you cannot cannot join Zoom, join Zoom, join us on YouTube. Join us on YouTube using the following
Usually for many YouTube.
using the link.
Sweet? Sweet? Sweet?
Mute yourself. Mute
YouTube.
yourself. All right. So I put it in the chat room, so nobody will have any excuse. YouTube has low data usage. All right. So first of all, the three foods you need to avoid this week should not be in your meal plan at all. But I'm going to list, or okay, let's start normal. Who wants to list the foods, local foods you can find around her? You'll list it slowly, and then I'm going to be giving you alternatives for anyone that you're not supposed to have. All right. So who wants to start? We need to be fast so we can finish on time. Nonye, have you listed your own? Olushola, have you listed your own? Osika, have you listed your own?
Yes, I
Local
have.
foods. Okay, please can you mention, can you start? Protein. Others, listen so that you will know what to do on your own. If I say remove any and give you an alternative, then you remove and take just the alternative. Yes, ma'am.
Like for protein, I actually do not have the one I want to eliminate because I take only fish and chicken. For some years now, I don't take beef. So I don't know.
Okay. What of eggs?
Eggs.
Mm.
Okay, I take egg once in a while, maybe once or twice in a week, one. I'm
Why?
actually not an person because I don't actually like it so much.
Because you don't know all the delicious meals you can make. I can teach you up to 10 delicious meals you can make with eggs that you almost eat
All
eggs
right.
every day.
Oh, wow.
So think of adding more eggs. When
Eggs,
it comes,
okay.
yes, when it comes to chicken, eggs are even better than the chicken itself. How is your weight? Have you checked your BMI before?
Yes, my weight, I'm weighing 76, 77.
Is your BMI okay? Eh?
Mm. Oh, I've not checked my BMI in a while now.
Okay, all right, no problem. All right. Who else wants to talk on? We are on protein now. So tick good for chicken, tick good for fish. And when you're talking about fish, please, it's better for you to take fish with better omega-3, like mackerel.
Okay.
If you can find mackerel around you, tuna, sardines, if you can find them around you. Um, salmon, if you can find them around you. Sea bass, I think they call it shiny nose in Nigeria. They call them shiny nose in Nigeria. I normally buy it in Nigeria. It's also a very good omega-3 fish. So, so teeth good for fish. I hope we're all hearing all the better fish. Please, if you can do without fresh catfish, do without it for this period.
All
If you
right.
must use it as dried. But if you can
All right.
even do without it completely, it's better. Okay, then chicken, for those of us who have a little bit of cholesterol issue, you can skin your chicken or maintain only skin chicken breast. All right. So who wants to talk is there any other person that the protein that you can find around you and you eat has not been mentioned? Please mention it so that we can deal with protein and be off with it. I want to see if anybody, okay, some people are on YouTube. For those of you on YouTube, if you want to answer me, you can type on the chat on YouTube or on the chat on WhatsApp. I'm going to open up both so I can see your chat and also respond to it. For those who could not enter the Zoom because of network issue. Please, who talked now? Is it Olushola?
Yes. It's
Oh,
Olushola.
okay. Nsika, can we have the protein you can find around you? Lonye, can we have the protein you can find around you?
Yes, man, Sika.
Okay,
Mm, fish, as you mentioned, chicken and egg.
okay, okay, okay. That's all you take.
Yes, man.
Alright. Is there anybody that takes anything that has not been mentioned? Can you unmute and mention it? So, from what we're saying here, there's nobody here that takes goat meat, cow meat, snail, goat meat, cow meat, snail. There's nobody
Okay.
here.
I think I actually forgot. But
Who is
cow meat, no. It's Shola that is talking. Shola.
okay? Okay, goat
Cow
meat.
meat. I buy the one with the skin. Sika.
Okay,
Like the head, the skin.
okay. Does any other person want to talk on protein again? Are we okay with the protein so we can move on? So, but for those of us who are taking cow meat, you know that there are some health benefits about some health issues about disadvantages about cow meat. That's red meat like beef. They are high in saturated fat and they can actually increase the cholesterol level and the risk of heart diseases. So we also need to be beware of that. So high red meat consumption increases the risk of cancer and colorectal cancers. So if there's anybody that has any family history of that, it's better for you to stay away from cow meat and take other meats that are available to you. You know, because red meat contains a lot of saturated fats, which can actually raise the bad cholesterol level, and that increases the risk of heart diseases. Okay, and of course, nobody mentioned processed meats here, so we are all on one page. If you're taking hot dogs or sausages, please remove it entirely from your list. Don't even go near it again, okay? Because even that one can now even bring risk of type 2 diabetes, premature death, and things like that. So, and it's from all these cow meat and all that they they make all those ones. So for those of us who are taking cow meat, as much as possible, once a week is okay, and let it be the lean part, and let it be in smaller quantity. Do you have any question before we move on to the next section of food that
Now,
we are supposed to eat?
what of the goat meat?
Goat meat, if especially if it's without the skin, those fatty parts, they are still better than goat cow meat. But
Okay,
also it falls within that range. You take maybe once or twice a week,
okay,
small quantity. And then, of course, when you're taking all these small quantity, when we mention small quantity, make sure you have enough vegetables to take it with. So we have
okay.
handled protein, which is our major one. The second major area is carbohydrates. So let's go. Let's say all the
Hello,
carbohydrates.
ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello, ma. Good evening.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
just joining in not quite long. Network has been so bad.
That's why I opened the
Yes,
YouTube.
yes, ma. I want to find out from you. Okay, ma. I tried joining you, so I now have to come down this way. So I want to find out from you, ma. Eating of pomo. What about pomo? I don't know. I don't know if you have spoken about it
No,
earlier
I'm
because
not.
I do eat pomo, so I don't know if okay, okay. So I don't know eating of pomo. What does it have any health benefits
Minute.
or or
Okay, well, usually, like I tell people, um, anything you want to eat, moderation is key. If you're not sure
okay.
of any food, small quantity is what you should begin to think of. But momo it has its benefits. It's a low nutritional value when compared to other protein. Okay. And again, momo contains quite a number of collagen, which prevents body wrinkles and most all those other things that they will talk about. But it also has its own disadvantages. Okay. Um, for those who want to lose weight, you can talk about taking more. Okay, but like I said, all these things is in what is it called? Low quantity. You have to eat it in moderation. A lot of people believe that it is very good, but the truth is that it has no nutritional value. Okay, it has no nutritional value. It's only rich in fiber, collagen. It has it's deficient in so many amino acids and things like that. So just eat it. And again, you need to know the type of momo. It's not these ones that I think they call it leather. I think they call it leather also. You know the one I'm talking about. Eh? Hello, ma. You know the momo I'm talking about. Hello, ma. Somebody asked me about momo. The momo that is better is the what do they call it? The cow leg, they call it bokoto. Bokoto is okay.
Okay.
It's nutritious, dense. The broth is very good for you to mix with and juice with, and it also helps with, like I said, collagen elasticity. That's bokoto. So that one is okay. But all those leather, cow leather, no, 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 no. It's a no-go area because of everything inside, all these nutrients you're talking inside it's already out of it. It's already out of it. So that's that. The person didn't talk again. Do you people know the one I'm talking about? That more that has that they call leather. I think that's what they call it.
That's like the skin of the cow, right?
Yes, the one that they
The
use
skin of
as
the cow.
leather.
We serve.
Mm.
Yes. Okay.
So that's the very big disadvantage about it. The environment where they prepare it, the other
Yes.
risk of it. So they are not the best. But cow leg is very good if you process it well. Cow leg is
Mm.
very, very good.
Okay.
All right. So we're in. More people have joined. It's good. We are in carbohydrates now. Can we mention why I said carbohydrates is when you mention it, then we know the ones you're supposed to remove from your meal and know the ones you can leave. That's why I say we should mention all these things before we plan our meal. We do our meal plan.
Okay. Yam,
What type of yam?
the normal yam and tiger yam,
Which one is the
water yam.
okay, what's
Tiger yam, Yoruba will call it a suru.
okay. Mm. I
Mm.
haven't heard of tiger yam before. It's sweet.
We
It's
call it
water yam.
tiger yam in the north.
Water yam is very
Okay,
good.
it's very good, right?
Mhm. For yam, please, when you're making your yam, wash it very well and cook it with the skin for this period.
Mm.
Yam has high content of carbohydrates, which can, like for anybody who has diabetes, of course, you know, is in serious moderation that you will take your yam. So, but if you boil it with the skin, it helps with the sugar absorption. So, what I usually do is to wash my own very, very well, boil it with the skin before I peel it, and then now use it for my stew, or if I'm making porridge with it, I now pour the sauce after removing the skin and cutting it well.
Okay. So even when using it for yam porridge, you still cook it with the peel.
I cook it with the skin. After cooking it and it's done, I will peel it, then now cut it, or if I have already cut it, I'll just peel it and then now pour it inside the sauce. You will
The
really like
sauce.
it. Yes, and then now turn it and allow it to boil a little more to suck a bit of the sauce. So with that,
Mm.
the yam, you're eating a healthier yam, especially for those of you who eat yam a lot. But you should
I eat
reduce.
yam a lot now. It's like
Can
yam is
you
my best food.
switch it a bit with sweet potatoes? Do you know that sweet potatoes are healthier?
Ma, you said?
Sweet potatoes are healthier than yam.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I eat sweet
Even
potato.
so, if
We
you
have
can,
we have we have it a lot in this side.
yeah, if you can do a lot more of sweet potato than yam, it's better for you.
Mm.
So, and
Okay.
then water yam is a good. You can take good for your water yam. Your sweet potato, do it like two, even 3:1 of yam. Ratio of
Mm.
3:1 of yam if it's sweet potato and yam. So yes, we are trying to switch. And then Irish potato too, you can, because you have it a lot in the north too.
Yes, yes, we have it a lot in Jos and in Bauchi here.
So try to reduce your yam and
Mm.
add all these other varieties, sweet potatoes, water
Water
yam,
yam.
and Irish potato. So that it can reduce the number of times you're taking yam.
Mm.
All right, so let's talk. Who again?
Yes, so good evening, ma. I'm
Good
home now.
evening. Okay, that's good.
This sweet potato, I was thinking it has a lot of sugar.
It's simple sugar, so they digest and they are faster. So yam has more of complex sugar than
Okay,
Wow.
sweet potato. Yeah.
okay.
So
Okay,
sweet potato is mm,
what about
sweet.
breadfruit? Because people are saying breadfruit has a lot of protein. But me, I discovered that that thing has a lot of carbohydrates, just like beans.
Yes. So for breastfood, it's not just protein. No. It's not just protein. So let's see um, the quantity. Let's see the quantity of carbohydrates and what is it called? Protein in breadfruit. Okay, so breadfruit is primarily carbohydrates. Can you see?
Hmm.
If you Yes, not just like beans. Beans is primarily carbohydrate, but people don't know. They'll tell you beans is protein, protein, protein. They are primarily carbohydrates. So 1 cup of breadfruit has like 36.65 grams of carbohydrates and only
Imagine.
2 points, yeah, and only 2.4 of protein. Can you imagine? So which
Hey.
means,
Wow.
yes, which means it's like 15%, 15 to 1, the ratio.
Hmm.
So when we are
Hey.
talking, yes, breadfruit, okwa
Hmm.
is carbohydrates.
Chai.
Chineke.
Yes, just
Oh.
like beans. Beans is carbohydrates.
Eh?
Let's see quantity of in beans. Especially the common beans that we are taking. So for the common beans that we are taking, it has 70% of carbohydrates and 20% to 30% of protein. Can you imagine? So it's 70 stroke 30 protein and carb.
Oh, wow.
So some people do have what is it called? Uh, Diabetes. They will go and be
Diabetes.
packing beans, 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 and be saying that there is protein, and why is their sugar going up?
Mm.
Mhm. That's
Hello,
it.
ma.
Hey.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, ma.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
take more of this, so I never knew. All my mind was all this while I've been taking is protein, and
No,
I'm a
no.
kind of person that loves beans, and I take beans. I can take beans. I can take beans throughout the week.
Yeah,
I
beans
never
is
knew.
good. Yeah, beans is good. You know why it's good? The carbohydrate is
Yes.
not simple carbohydrate. But don't take it
Okay.
and then go and carry yam and rice and say you're adding carbohydrates to beans. Because beans has
Okay.
more, you take it alone. You've taken enough
Okay.
carbohydrates that you need to take. It's not bad. Beans is good, but it's carbohydrate. Don't take it as protein. You know how they used to
Okay.
tell us
But
in those
how?
days when we are growing up, they wouldn't put meat for us inside beans or fish. Because they tell you you're already eating protein. But it's not true.
Okay, ma. But how often
Hey.
can I eat it
You
as it
can
is
eat
now? Like how?
you can take it every day, but please, man, know that it's carbohydrate you're taking. You're not taking protein. So what does it mean? You still have to take your 75% of vegetable. Remember, that's another thing we need to note. Anyway, when we are planning, I would have told us that. What should your plate look like? Can everybody draw circle on your paper? That paper that you have. Can you draw circle on it? Then we all know how to do math. Divide that circle into half. and then one part of the circle, divide it again into half, and then one part of the half that we are, that's the quarter, divide it again into half. So you're going to have 50%, 25%, and then you're going to have like 12.5, 12.5. That's what you have. For this period that we're trying to reset our bodies, you have to eat with your plate with this percentage in mind when you're dishing your food. Now, for those of us who are overweight or who are having issues with diabetes, that's or blood sugar at certain levels, and those who are having issues with kind of inflammatory issues, maybe you're having arthritis, diabetes, things that are related to inflammation, your vegetable will be 75% of that plate. So when you're putting your food, if possible, use your flat plate or whatever plate. And in your mind, as you're dishing out that food, your vegetable is 75%. And then the remaining 12.5, like somebody who is eating beans, that beans will be 12.5 on your plate. The other 12.5 can now be either your fish or meat that you're eating, or whichever, or eggs, or whatever it is that you're eating. That's what it's supposed to be. But if peradventure you don't have any issue, you're not having any issue, then it should be 50%, that half part, that should be vegetable. And then 25% will be protein, and 25% will be your carbohydrate. If it's just healthier you're looking out for. So as we're drawing our menu, that's what you have to do. So usually I ask people that 50% or 75% of vegetables, start with it. Eat it before the other part. Finish your vegetable before you start the others, except if you're the type that you must mix before you eat. And there's one principle, we mothers, there's one problem we have. I also have that problem. I don't know how many of us are Igbos here. There is a song Igbos sing with it. They say, "Come on, nigga, don't eat it.
Kodolo n'afọ.
So for those of us who do not understand Igbo, it means instead of food to remain in the pot, let it remain in my stomach. So we mothers, we have that I have that problem. In fact, I had to work on myself. I work even up this when I was taking my dinner this night. That brings me to the fact, if you have not eaten your dinner by now, you know you're eating it late. So we ought to have finished our dinner by now. So also write it down on the paper. Dinner, latest 7 p.m. The best time to take dinner is between 5 and 6. It's difficult, but if you want your health back, take your dinner that time. If you get hungry later, you can now take more of vegetable salad, uncooked. If you happen to get hungry after that and you must eat something, so because if you're hungry, you will not be able to sleep well. If you're hungry, so many of us, why we are not sleeping well is because we are hungry. Your body will be looking for what to eat. So if you're the type that you're doing intermittent fasting, try for it to stop at 7 p.m. So if you eat 7 p.m., you do some work before 9 p.m. and then you go to bed at 9 p.m. latest, so that you'll be able to give yourself enough 8 hours to be able to catch that 7 hour sleep that you need every day. This is the normal. This is what we should do. But you know that some days you are not able to do that. And if you're not able to, it's an abnormal day. Your normal day should end 9 p.m. you have shut down your bed. That's normal day. And then you plan to get up 5, 6. That will give you enough 7, 8, 9 hours to be able to get that your 7 hours sleep. But of course, we have abnormal days. Like for me, 3 days ago, I left the place, the woman we went to visit by 11:20. There's no way now. By the time I was sleeping, it was 1 p.m. and I had to wake up again because my body naturally wakes up by 5 to take my prayer walk. So when I woke up, I put off the alarm and I slept off again because I have control over my sleep. I can sleep off. So that's why it's easier for me like that. So for carbohydrates, that's where we are. We've mentioned yam, and I've told you all the adjustments you need to make when it comes to yam. Then breadfruit, I've told you don't take it as protein, take it as carbohydrate. The same with beans. So which other food, carbohydrates, can we mention?
Semo, fufu, gari.
Rice,
Wait, let's handle
millet.
this. Let's handle this swallow first. Do you please, anybody that mentions semo, cancel it completely. It's one of the foods you must avoid.
Wow.
Semo is
Really?
completely, yes, ma. Semo is part of the food you must remove it completely. If possible,
Wow.
you're going to replace it. Remember that we are talking about fruits and what you can replace it with. Semovita is flour. Do you know that is flour? Eh? When you're eating semovita, you're eating flour, you're eating bread. It contains
Mm.
gluten, which is wheat base. And again, another thing about it is that, all those gluten. Sorry, who is talking? Can you mute yourself so that we can talk? Semolina, semovita is made from durum wheat, and that wheat contains gluten, and gluten is a protein that can cause digestive issues, including abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, constipation. And these things, they don't cause it immediately. It's gradually, as you're eating it, is building up in your system. Then you will not be asking yourself, you don't know what you're doing. You have taken this, taken that, and your stomach is still paining you. You can't even say where it's coming from. And again, semovita can cause celiac disease, which is an autoimmune disorder, which is triggered by gluten. So consuming semolina can cause real harm for you. Now, refined semovita and semolina also, because it's made from white flour, it can be lower in nutrients than you're even thinking you're taking nutrients. But if you take the wheat whole grain is better for you. Okay? It's very, very high in the glycemic index, which means it can cause blood sugar spikes. That's semovita, semolina. And that's not good for people who are having diabetes. You even notice that when you go to the hospital, they will tell people that are having diabetes not to be taking semovita or semolina. So number one, abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, celiac disease. Then they also talk about these people, if you say you're having memory issues, semovita is also one thing that can cause memory issues. And for children, it makes them to be hyperactive. For us adults, it can bring depression if eaten in a long period of time, consuming it for long period of time. Also heart problems, nutrient deficiencies, all this can come because people eat it and they feel, oh, they are eating nutritious food, but no, no, no. So please remove semovita, remove semolina. Instead, the alternative. So I'm putting it here on my book that I told you. Semovita alternative. cabbage, stroke garden egg, amala. That's what you should use it for. Alternate it. If you make good cabbage amala, you think it's semovita you're eating. Fufu is even better. Let me see if I can get this my their mute yourself, oh please. If you're saying another thing, mute yourself because people will watch this later. All right. Still in the whatever that we're talking about, um, fufu and gari are high in glycemic index. Like fufu and gari now, they rate them as 80 to 97%. For their glycemic index, pounded yam can vary, depends on the type of yam that you're using, So and then also how you boiled it. Remember, like I told you that boiling your yam, especially with the skin, can lower the glycemic indices for it. So for pounded yam, if you boil it with the back before you pound, it lowers the glycemic index for it. So now, for those of you who might not actually want to move away from what your body is already so used to, what you can do is to do half and half. Okay? Start with half and half of vegetable. What I mean vegetable, like you blend your cabbage half of quantity and then your fufu half quantity and combine them together until you gradually remove that fufu from it and stick to your cabbage. Now, to thicken your cabbage after blending it, xylem husk. Xylem husk is almost everywhere in Nigeria. So you can type it. If I get 1 nylon of xylem husk, sometimes it can last me for 3-4 months. So 1 sachet of xylem husk. So it can last very, very well. So it's the alternative that you should have. So in your meal plan, please don't put anything like semovita. When you're taking like fufu, make sure you're taking it with vegetable that fills soup, and very small quantity. Remember, I've told you about portion control here. Gari also with so much vegetables just to cover it and give it more fiber for you to eat. So we've talked about swallow. Now, alternative to semovita also, you can blend your millet, your dawa, you can combine them and make your swallow instead of that's the one you get from the market, the whole thing without sieving it, with all the chaff. Blend it until it's very, very soft and make it with all the chaff. Remember, the other ones they sell in the market, sometimes they sieve it so that it will be smoother. But blend your own and eat it whole grain. That's what part of the food we call whole grain meals. So that's an alternative also to taking semovita, fufu, and gari. Do we have any question before we proceed? Okay, if no question, can we mention we've not mentioned enough carbohydrate. Remember that you're making your 2 weeks.
Sorry, ma, did you say we should blend millet and dawa together
It's
instead
usually
of
better.
semovita?
Yes, ma.
Because this semovita you have mentioned now is like an eye opener to me. I eat it like semovita and yam. They are like it doesn't finish in my house.
Ah, no, ma.
So I have to go and decongest my freezer now of semovita, semolina.
Don't worry, you don't have to throw away your food like that. If you have children, let them eat it for you.
Ah, as minister, there are plenty people around. We can even give them to. I'm already
Uh-huh.
calculating who to.
Yes, ma, please do. So now you can blend
Mm,
millet, dawa. You can even blend, all these oats they are talking about. You can buy local, the local oats and blend yourself too.
mm,
Now, why
all
it's
right.
normally
All right.
good for us to combine more than one grain is because of the nutrients. It gives you better nutrients if you have them
Nutrients.
combined. Yes. Like when we come to
Mm,
vegetables, we're also going to be talking about the vegetables, the combination, what it does for you. So please, I'm begging us, remove semovita. I'm begging us.
yes.
Pounded yam should be delicacy. Pounded yam might be once a week, what you're using to celebrate. For those of you who like
Yes.
pounded yam, maybe once a week. And the week you're taking that pounded yam, then that means that maybe that week you did not eat yam.
Yeah.
Why did you say here? I've already said you should alternate your
Be-
yam with sweet
Because,
potatoes,
and now,
water
and
yam, Irish.
why I'm saying it is because I've eaten yam this week and I'm planning to eat pounded yam tomorrow. So you are just flogging me this night anyhow. But it's good for me.
It's for your own good.
We
Yes,
add corn. Can we add corn to those things we are grinding, like millet and dawa? Can we add corn?
you can, but smaller quantity than millet and
Okay, ma.
just smaller quantity of it. Maybe ratio of the others. Like if you want to combine millet, dawa, and maize, you can do the others like up to 80 and then corn 20 or 15%. Uh, to combine. And remember, don't sieve. Do you know that I don't sieve my pack?
Mm,
Yes. I
Yes.
don't save my own too.
Yeah. You eat it, I do it with the whole chaff, everything. That's what is called whole grain. So it's healthier than the one they've processed, the one they've sieved out. But it's
Yes.
still
mm,
okay because it's fermented. But then you're eating the fermented starch. But when you take the whole grain fermented, it's healthier for you. Because
mm,
nobody mentioned whole grain pack. That's what we will call it in our menu. Okay. And then somebody also mentioned maize, adding it to your grinding your millet as an alternative. And remember, please, I would like us to adopt this vegetable swallow. It's very good. For those of us who are looking to lose weight, those of us who weight loss is part of the issues we have, those of us who are having issues with constipation or ulcers, please, if possible, for this next 2 weeks, take only vegetable swallow. You will see how your life will change. And even those who are talking about belly fat, vegetable swallow is the way to go. So nobody has mentioned rice here today. Can we talk about rice?
Everyday food.
How many people are removing rice from their menu this week so that we can give you the alternative? Or none of us here has problem with rice. You can easily do without it. Let's unmute and talk, please.
Rice. Is it the brown rice or any rice?
So for white rice, no go area. Please remove it.
Jesus.
Remove white rice. Let your children eat white rice. For those or your grandchildren or your house staff. Alternate it with wild brown rice, basmati brown rice, and then ofada. And when you're taking it, you must have 75% of vegetable. beside it, which you take first before you take the rice. One portion of rice is what you're supposed to have. So use 75% of vegetable, any vegetable. But if you find it like basmati rice, if you make a whole bowl of steamed, curry steamed cabbage and take it with it, it will fill you a lot. Remember that cabbage has quite some carbohydrates, so do we know?
I don't know. Cabbage. Ma,
I'll
this
get
brown rice, this
mm.
Abakaliki rice can also be qualified as brown
It
rice, right?
is local rice. It's not brown rice, but it's local unpolished rice. So it's
Okay, which
better
one is
than the
this brown?
polished.
Which one is this brown rice?
If you Google it and go to supermarket around you, you will find brown rice. It's
Okay,
brown in color, really brown.
okay,
Mm. It's really, you see it's really brown. Then with this inside, you will now see why. Many of them, the husk is still there. Wild,
okay,
wild brown rice still comes with the husk. And that husk, when you boil it enough, you can, it's soft enough for you to eat and swallow. The fiber is very good. So for one
Hello,
cup
ma.
of yes, ma'am.
Can I ask this question? Because the
Please,
network has been so bad, it's throwing me in and out.
please ask.
So I want to find out, as per swallow, I don't know whether you've spoken about swallow. What about swallow like plantain? Like my swallow, I do plantain and guinea corn, red guinea corn. I blend it together and use it as swallow.
Okay, plantain is okay, but please
All right, plantain, yeah, dried or
blend it with the cover.
with yes, guinea corn, red guinea corn.
It's okay. Do you process the dried one by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
So
I
what?
do.
So when you're processing it, don't remove the back. Dry it with the back and
Eh?
blend it with the back.
Okay, we should try with the back.
Yes, and blend it with the
Oh,
back.
really?
Yes, ma'am. Like me,
With the back.
yeah. Yes, like me, I don't dry because I like my things fresh, fresh, fresh. So if I want to eat unripe plantain now, I blend it with the back. I just use sponge, wash it very well, cut out the head and the tail, and cut it small and blend everything and make. That's what I eat. So it gives you the fiber that will allow you to digest and collect as much quantity of the carbohydrate and pass it out. It's not going to enter your stream. You just take just about enough. So when also you want to process your plantain by drying it and blending, please dry it with the back. Don't remove the back in. But not that you shouldn't eat the one
So,
you have done. Eat the one you have done with plenty vegetables.
Okay, okay.
All right,
sorry,
so
ma.
let's,
Sorry, ma, for
yes,
taking you back. That threw me out. Did you say we should remove rice?
yes,
White
ma'am.
rice.
White rice, yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is polished rice.
Yes, ma'am. And
Of
take more of wild brown rice, basmati brown rice, or fada rice, or local unprocessed rice.
okay, okay. Of
And
father
I
rice,
said,
basmati, brown
yes,
rice.
and then I said, when you're taking it, please don't do the one that you just carry rice, put stew on top and eat. No. Remember your portion control. You must take it with 75% of vegetable.
Here, okay.
Mm.
Local.
That's what will give you you wake up strong, sleep very well. You will ask yourself, where have you been since?
uh,
Hmm.
Yes, because you know one thing, like another thing we should note. If you eat 3 times, you're supposed to go to toilet 3 times. If you eat 3 times a day, like when you eat in the wake up in the morning now, you go to toilet for the one you have eaten at night. You now eat in the morning. By afternoon time, you're supposed to go to toilet, or immediately you finish your lunch, you go to toilet to eat, the one you ate in the morning. And then by night, either just before you eat the night meal or after, you go to toilet for the one you ate in the afternoon. If your system is not working like this, then it's storing some toxins in your colon.
Hmm. Hmm.
There are some people who don't go to toilet 2 days, 3 days, and they just suddenly find out that one sickness will come from. They don't even know where it's coming from. They'll be asking themselves, "What is the toxin in the system?" Death begins in the colon, and life begins in the colon. So you need to be aware of that. If you eat 2 times a day, you're supposed to go to toilet 2 times a day. If you eat 3 times a day, that's the normal. If you're not doing that,
Wow.
then there's something wrong. You're not taking enough fiber.
Hmm.
So let's remember that also. So we've
Hmm.
talked about rice, we talked about swallow, we talked about beans, we talked about breadfruit. Now, bread, because that's another thing some people, let's talk about bread before we do our start and go to oil. How many of us here are still eating white bread?
Ah.
Hmm?
Me, I
Confess
take
me.
it once in a while.
If it was like once the while, once a year.
Like this week,
Once-
no bread. Last week, no bread.
So like once a month.
Yes, one time.
2 times in a month.
Because you don't like bread. But is there anybody here that likes bread?
Yeah, I don't like bread.
I don't
Okay.
like bread.
Okay, very good. But if you happen to, you that you're eating it
Uh-huh.
was, you can try, I don't know, they might not have it around you. So you might not really, since you don't like it. But if there's anybody here that likes bread, you can make bread with groundnuts.
Please, I like bread though. So I'm not eating it.
You can make bread with groundnuts. You can make bread with almonds. You can even make bread with oats. Okay. All these are some of the bread you can make. Don't worry. If you remind me, I'll send you video of how you can do your own homemade bread. Like when we traveled to Canada last year, I made a lot of groundnut bread and we were traveling with it. That's the bread we were eating because it's healthier and it's easy to make and very fast. All right.
Only
So
granite. Is it only granite you use to make the bread?
that's that groundnut flour. So it's not like
Okay.
only ground. I'll use
Okay.
groundnut as the flour, or I use almond as the flour, or I use coconut as the flour, and then now add other ingredients that they use in making bread too.
Okay.
I'll give you the, I'll send you the video if you remind me.
Please, I
But
need the recipe.
I'll send you
Okay,
the
ma.
video.
Thank you.
Mm.
Hope
All
I
right,
can
so
make oats, oat
eh?
flour. Oats. What of oat flour?
Yeah, you can use oats flour, especially if it's the whole rolled oats, not the processed oats.
Okay.
So just have it at the back of your mind that any of the food or grains you're taking, let it be the whole grain. Don't use processed one.
Okay.
Let it come natural. That's the best way you can get all the nutrients from it. We have to move faster. I said
Where
easy.
can we
Uh,
natural oat?
they sell it in the market too. I know that
Uh, uh,
I used to get from Ibadan market, Agege market, Ibadan. There's some, I used to have a friend in Ibadan that will get for me. They also have the Oyibo one, but they are a little more expensive. Rolled oats. You can also Google it if you can't get to the market. Rolled oats. They are normally You will see them, they are fatter. You will see the whole shape of the oat as it is there on it.
Okay, roll oat.
Yes, whole rolled oats.
Oat, roll oat.
Mm. All right, so we've done ahead. Vegetable is very important. Any vegetable is good, but anytime you are making your meal, make sure that you combine dark leafy vegetable with other, if you're using light leafy vegetables. So dark leaf vegetables are good. Ugu is dark green, ewedu is dark green, shoko is dark green, pepper is light green. So anytime I'm making tete, I always combine it either with ugu or with shoko. So any
Tete
vegetable is
normal green. Tete is normal green, Abby. That
uh,
Hausa green.
yes, it's normal green. I don't normally make it alone because it's a little light.
Yes.
So I always combine it with something. And as much as possible, the trick about vegetable and health is as many as you can combine. Mm? Like some of my videos, if you're following me, you see me when I'm making unripe plantain porridge. I will combine ewedu, ogo, water leaf, tete, and nchanwu. That's 5 vegetables in one. Nchanwu is effing. So
Oh,
well, I have a vegetable garden, so it makes it easier for me. I just enter my garden and collect everything. But at least when you're shopping, you can also shop for all that and prep it. Like I visited somebody in Bradford in UK here, and she gave me unripe plantain wallet with very delicious sauce. So when I was seeing some black thing, I said, "Ah, this black thing is tasty. What is it?" She said, "It's dried efirin." So they are here,
mm,
and, they dry the efirin so that they can put it as spices, just the way you will put thyme, curry, and things like that. But this one is like thyme. Let me call it thyme, rosemary, and co. So she has it in a container, dried like that. So we can borrow that leaf. So we're not spending so much time in vegetable, but the trick is combine as many as possible. So
The vegetables, the combination of it, is it we are cooking it or we are blending them?
you're cooking like now. If I want to cook, let me tell you, if I'm cooking vegetable soup now, most
Mm.
times my vegetable soup I'll combine up to 3 to 4. I can use water leaf, ugu,
water leaf, ogo.
okra. Okra is also an efirin. I can combine the 4 to make the soup.
What
Sometimes
of
I
our
can,
cousin?
yes, okazi, oziza,
Roses leaves.
otazi. So
Roses
it
leaves.
depends on what I want to achieve. If I'm making oha self, most times I don't cook oha alone. I put oha, oziza,
Roses.
ogo.
Huh?
Can you see?
Hey,
Yes. Or
hey,
sometimes
go
I'll
and say
do
cousin.
on a and then sometimes I combine um oha, ogo, oha, oziza, and okazi.
Ah,
Yes.
Roses and our cousin.
Yes. Because I try as much as possible for any soup I'm making to have up to 3 vegetables. Even when I'm cooking egusi, I don't cook egusi with only maybe ugu. I always put ugu and bitter leaf.
Mm.
So that's the trick about vegetable. Try to combine as many as you can in one soup. And remember, don't overcook your vegetables. Once you
All
overcook
right.
it, you have cut the nutrients to half. So
Mm.
even if for those of us who are Igbos, even if I'm cooking bitter leaf, do you know that bitter leaf is one of the last things I put?
Yes.
Because you can eat it raw. Remember, when you're washing bitter leaf, you take it and to taste to see if it's done, Abby. If you can eat it raw, why overcook it? For ugu, we use it in making ugu juice. If we can drink the juice fresh, why overcook it? Ncharu, when somebody delivers self, they wash it and give you the water to drink. And sometimes they leave. So why overcook it? Is that mentality we have from cooking that we must overcook? My okra will not last up to 5 minutes on fire. Never. So that I can get the freshness of it. And that's why also for people who are having constipation issue, ulcer issue, I also advise them, when you're making your soup, make your soup sauce and put them inside bowls in the freezer. Add your vegetable fresh. As you want to warm it, you put it on fire to warm. Once you see that it has melted, you add your vegetable and bring it down. But it's for those who have time. Yes, somebody dropped in the chat room. Okay, I have so many chats that I didn't read. Okay, yes, I used to watch. How is that? Yeah, so somebody says some people cook onubu before even adding to this. No, 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 no. In fact, it's abomination in my house to cook bitter leaf before you even wash or before adding to. In fact, my people know me. Sometimes they are lazy. They'll tell you that when they boil it, it will get done faster. It's not true. It doesn't get done faster or anything. You're killing the onubu before you cook. I get it and I wash it fresh and I use it just before. It has its own taste. And then one thing we must all remove from our food before we go forward. Maggi, no. Maggi, what are their names? Please, never you use them again. Do you know that I have not used Maggi in the past 12 to 14 years? Maybe even up to 20, but I don't want to exaggerate. So what's the alternative to make your soup sweeter if you're not using Maggi like that? Onions. Onions is
Fish.
sweet. Crayfish. Those two will help you. So that's the alternative. Remember, we are looking for how to have a healthier alternative to this. Okay, so we have done protein, carbohydrates. Under carbohydrates, we especially looked at swallow, rice, and bread. And then we've done vegetable. The last one now is our oil. So let's mention the oil that we're using to cook. What are their names?
Groundnut oil.
What do you
Red
mean by
oil.
groundnut? Wait, one by one. What do you mean by groundnut oil? Is it the one made from groundnut? Or that one they sell in the market that is vegetable oil that all of us are calling groundnut oil? Which one?
So, na
Ororo.
so vegetable
Oro.
oil.
Say ororo.
Mhm.
Ororo. Because you know that we were brought up to call ororo vegetable oil groundnut oil. But it's not true. They are not groundnut oil. So now, bad oil, everybody, very bad oil that you must remove. Ororo, vegetable oil, remove from your now. Groundnut, real original groundnut oil is okay. You can replace it with ororo and vegetable oil, original groundnut oil. There's this sunflower. You can also use sunflower. These ones are the ones that if you must fry or must cook for long, you can use. Red oil, please, in moderation, because we can't cook soup without red oil, those of us from Nigeria. Red oil in moderation, or use pepper, tatashi, all these bell pepper, tatashi to replace the color. To replace the color, because some of us is because of the color we are using red oil to replace, please, okay? Especially if you're having issue with cholesterol. Do you know that Nigerians, most of the problems we have with cholesterol is red oil. It's not even egg. They will tell you, oh, it's because I'm eating eggs, I'm having cholesterol. It's red oil. Oh. It's red
But
oil.
mommy, I've not been eating cholesterol. I've not been eating red oil, but I had cholesterol of recent.
Mm. What did you
I don't
change in
I
your?
don't I don't know what happened.
There must be something you're taking too much. And
Mm.
you know, when you're younger, your body is still making estrogen, and estrogen can help you with digestion of these things. But how old are you now? If you don't mind, you've passed 50, abi?
Yes, I am 60.
So that's it. The older you get, the less estrogen your body is providing, and the more risk you are the more prone you are to some of these risk to some of these diseases. So your cholesterol, that's when they begin to tell you border level, because the estrogen is reducing. So with that, that's why you need to look into what you're eating. What you could do, by the time you go through these 2 weeks, you can go and do your test, especially if you follow what we have said.
Yes, no.
Follow it for 1 month and go and do your test. Now, for you, red meat is the no-go area. Red oil, no-go area. Your
Yes, ma'am.
vegetable must be 75%. And then these carbohydrates we are talking about, the alternative of the vegetable, that's what you should do. Do it for 1 month, go back, you will see what will happen.
Okay, ma'am.
Mm. Because red oil, yes, it has some health benefits, but it's high in saturated fats. So it can raise
Mm.
the low density cholesterol, that's the lipoprotein, and then also increase the risk of heart diseases. So it's part of the things that can actually make our skin not to be as turn yellowish and not have that good color it is supposed to have. So it's not the best. 50-50.
Okay, ma'am.
That's what we should for red oil, as little as possible. And if you're taking it, make sure you have a lot of vegetables with it. So I've talked of good oil. I say remove ororo, remove vegetable oil, reduce palm oil. And then I said if you can lay your hands on olive oil, very good. They have olive oil that you can also fry with. They call it's not virgin olive oil. They have the other type that you can fry. Then if you can lay your hands on avocado oil, fantastic.
Avocado.
Fantastic. Yes, fantastic. If you can lay your hands on avocado, it's expensive, but it's very good. And then, this oil
You
now
mentioned
brings,
sunflower,
yes,
sunflower oil. Okay,
yes, for frying, for those of us who must fry. Sunflower oil you can
okay.
manage, but it's not among the best. I've told you the best is avocado oil or the
Olive oil.
high heat olive oil. Groundnut oil is even better than sunflower oil, original groundnut oil.
Mm. That is
The
the granite made from oil made from real granite.
yeah, especially cold press one, the one you can even do it yourself. Buy a lot of groundnut and press out the oil.
Mm.
Cold press oil. And remember, when we are talking about oil should be very, very small. I always use my thumb to measure oil. That's tablespoon. That's what it should be. Because we need oil. It's not good to stay away from oil completely. You need it, but in very little quantity. Because that's what gives the heat that digests the food. You know.
Even in making stew, you use more oil.
You use small. What are you doing with the big quantity now? Perfect
Eh,
man. Reduce the quantity. You don't have to, like what I'm telling us, you don't have to stop completely. Just reduce. Keep on reducing. keep on reducing. There was even a time when I wanted to practice something in my home, my husband and myself. I was not cooking with oil at all. Okay. When I finished making the stew, I will now add a bit of olive oil. So I had to go and buy several types of oil that you can use after the food is done. So while it's still hot, I finish, I won't cook it. Oh. While when I finish making the stew without oil, I will not add the oil because it's not so. I tried it and it was delicious, because sometimes it's taste that make us use all these things. Until I was able to get avocado oil, I now started using avocado oil to make my stew. And because it's expensive, I won't put too much now. All right. So we've talked so much today. We've already done a lot. I don't know if anybody has any question before we go to kitchen equipment, because that's also part of the thing that can help us. Let's know the equipment you have in your house. Because I don't want to let us remember that this
What?
is for. Hmm?
Ma, what about boiled egg?
It's very good. Boiled egg is the best. Boiled
Okay.
and poached are the best. Boiled and poached egg.
Which one is pushed?
Poached egg is if you get eggs and you put them inside it. There's a poaching, it's like steaming it. They have poaching containers. You put it inside, crack the egg, put it inside that container. Some of them are covered. You now put water under it and boil it
Okay.
there. It has its own taste and it's also very good. Mm.
Okay. Thank you.
So do we have any other question on all these food types?
Sorry, ma, I did not mention unripe banana.
Very good. Very, very good.
We cook with vegetable.
Yes, very, 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 very good meal. Very, very good. So snacks, we're going to talk snacks. Um, snacks. Okay, so when you're taking snacks, don't take flour snacks, please. Remember, one of the things you must remove from you is flour.
Mm.
I don't take flour because I know that I travel a lot. Like today now, I won't lie, I've taken flour in a dessert that they made, which if I'm at home and I'm eating my dessert, I don't make it with flour. I make all my desserts that I take with groundnut flour, coconut flour, almond flour, oats flour, um, carrots, cabbage at home. So, but because I ate that, I took dessert, just too small piece, so very small, small something. I had to take plenty um cucumber. In fact, I packed in their breakfast place, I packed a whole saucer of cucumber, to take. And I'm putting it beside it to tell myself I'm using this to neutralize it. And of course, I took my Forever Lean, I took my Forever Garcinia to make sure that those things are taken out of my system as they are entering the system. So I just gave myself a treat. Since we traveled for 2 months, I don't think, have I gone down for breakfast? This is the second time. But I tell you before, every morning, because we stay in hotels, I will go down for breakfast. But because I know that those things are not good for my health, and if I must take them, then I have to take them with plenty vegetables. Yes, olive oil is very good. Banga soup is okay, but somebody asked the question, but you have to take it with a lot of vegetables, please, ma. Like for me, I'm from Unewi, so banga soup is our native. Every Sunday we eat banga soup, ofapu
Not
with
so.
rice. But do you know? Yes. But do you know, even my daughter, she knows if we're making it, we have to make a full pot of ugu combined with tete. And of course, Nchanwu already is in
Ah,
the It's already in the banga soup. So as you're giving me my own soup, you're giving me a full bowl of vegetable that I mix it with,
Yeah.
just to reduce that. But banga is even better than red oil because it's still natural. So yes, you can use carrot flour to bake, or at least use plenty of it to reduce the quantity of the other carbohydrate flour. Somebody asked that question. Okay, I think we were in oil. I was answering a question. Have I finished it? Yeah. So kitchen equipment. Does anybody have any question before we go on kitchen equipment? We
Eh,
all have to tell me
Yes,
all the
ma.
equipments we have in our
I have
kitchen.
a question, ma.
Yes, ma, go ahead.
Please, ma, if you want to cook bitter leaf,
Mm.
what other vegetables will you add to it?
It depends. So, like my daughter-in-law, my second son's wife, she's from Cleveland. I learned another soup from her.
Mm.
They combine bitter leaf, ugu, and water leaf to make one very nice soup.
Mm.
Ugu, water leaf, and bitter leaf. In fact, anytime I travel to Abuja, she knows she will have to make that soup for me. But
Ogo,
I've started
water leaf.
making it. Yes, very nice. Try it now.
Oh,
Very nice. The first day I saw it in her kitchen, and she brought up. I said, "Are you making two soup?" She said, "No, mommy. She's only one soup." I said, "Ah, water leaf and bitter leaf."
Hmm.
And by the time she finished, it was really, really nice.
Eh?
But of course, you can do
Okay, thank you.
bitter leaf and ozeza. You know that.
No, I don't know.
Oh, my mom used to make that one. Bitter leaf and
Ah.
ozeza combined.
Hmm. I will try it.
Mm. All right. Any other question?
Thank you, ma.
Yes. Any
Thank
other question?
you.
Okay, so for equipment, which equipments do we have? Oh yeah, let's mention. How many of us do not have blender? Okay, let's go that way. Does anybody here lack blender in her kitchen?
Yeah.
If you do, mortar and pestle can be an alternative. Does any of us here have juicer or smoothie makers?
No.
Okay, but you have
I
blender.
only
So
I have only mixer blender. Bucci mix blender.
okay, so at least you can still use it for your. Yes, somebody.
Smoothie.
Noye says she uses blender for all blending, whether it's smoothie,
Yeah.
juices. Blender is something everybody should have because it can actually help. It can do most of the things for us. What of air fryer or oven?
Yes.
Does anybody have air fryer, oven?
I have a
Yes.
gas oven.
Yes. I have air fryer.
Okay, so if you have air
I have
fryer,
a
does it help you to reduce your usage of oil?
To fry, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Do you know that you can even make akara in air fryer?
Oh wow.
Mm.
I don't know.
fryer.
You can make akara in air fryer. So, because why I'm saying it is that some of these gadgets can also help you to eat healthier, and they are not so expensive like that. It's a life or a long time investment. Let me not say life.
Mm.
The- And then desiccants, if you can also get all those desi That one they use in drying things. We even have some that are just about 30,000 now. They're also very good. Okay. So that brings us to the end of today's lesson, except if we have any question. Our assignment would be to now go. I'm not the one to draw your meal plan for you. I've given you ideas on what you can do. So for your meal plan, I dropped a sample for us. I hope I did. I think I dropped a sample for us in the chatting of yes. So when you're drawing your meal plan, it should not just be about food. This is our assignment, and you're going to drop it for me. You start with wake up. After you wake up, what time do you wake up? What do you do? Now, this is an example of a meal plan I drew for. I used to do, like I told us, personalized meal plan for people, and I charged them 50,000 for it. So this one I did it. I think this one was for somebody who had ulcer also. I'm not sure, but must be either ulcer or constipation. This color background, I think, is for ulcer or constipation. I'm not sure. Anyway, so we will start with your wake up. What do you do when you wake up? If you are not a Christian or Muslim or whatever, what do you do when you wake up? You need to put it there for me. Then you must have your water therapy every morning. Water is very, very good. Now, for those of us, I think this person must be ulcer or constipation. Now that I've seen the water therapy I need for her. So the water therapy you can
Mba ọzọ nwaanyị gbara ahụ sọ nsị ya na-ama ala ndị ọzọ na-apụcha m.
so for your water therapy, you can use either room temperature water, warm water, mint water, cucumber water, aloe vera gel, or and probiotic. It depends on you. This one, it depends on what you have around you. Remember, it's what you have around you. You can also use lemon water. Some people have ulcers, so if you don't have ulcer and you're used to lime water, you can use lime water. And then after that, you also write for me exercise. Now, for us, you see, this one I asked her because I discussed with her. She told me what she had. She had access to swimming pool. She had access to static. She had a static cycle in her house. So I now gave her exercises to choose from. Now, remember this one, I did it for somebody. You're going to tell me on Monday the type of exercise you will do using the equipment you have around you. If it's walking alone, tell me for how long and what. I've done the exercise this morning. That's why I sent the link for us to join. If you didn't join, I'll drop the link for the replay so you can watch it and listen to what I talked about exercise. Is it going to be high intensity exercise or low intensity or moderate intensity? So it depends. So this is yes, fitness ball exercise is good, but of course, it's not only fitness ball you will do in 1 week. Exercise routine is something you combine some exercises together. I've done a video on that exercise routine. Let me put it here as part of the thing I will draw for you people. Exercise routine. Let me remember to drop it. Then I'm also going to drop some videos for amala, vegetable amala, or the recipe for those who cannot watch. Maybe I should just do recipe. And then healthy snacks. Healthy snacks, I'll drop some recipes for you of the common things you can get. And then I said groundnut bread. So these are some of the things I will drop in the chat room before tomorrow, end of tomorrow. So if you follow Monday in the one I dropped, breakfast, tell me what your breakfast will be. from all that we have discussed. Don't write what is here. Remember that I don't even know if this woman is not abroad because this one I'm seeing lettuce. I've done so many, so I don't know who owns this. I just screenshot one of them because I can see sandwich. It must be abroad and lettuce. Okay. Then, yes, this person was abroad. So you also note now because she was having, and this woman, I think this woman had ulcer. Because she was having ulcer, I had to start her off with. If you check, you will see that she takes something at 7 to 9, 10 to 11, 12 to 2, 4 to 6, 7 to 9. Because of that ulcer, your own should not be like this. Remember, this is a sample having our health back. So I gave her like cabbage and carrots. Yes, it's ulcer. That confirms it. So there is this cabbage and carrot smoothies that or juices that helps in dealing with ulcer. So for her, that's what I advised her to take in the evening. This woman got real results from her meal plan that I made. Okay. You're not, okay, I'm not sharing the screen. Do I share the screen here? Okay, yeah, it's good so that those who are watching the replay can follow. I was looking at it from the other side. I will share the screen with us now and show it to us, okay? So we can take it again and close with it. I didn't want this to be more than 1.5 hours. So share my screen. Are you seeing my screen now? Are we seeing my screen? Please, can we
Yes.
answer me? All right. So this is what I was reading. So this is, like I said, this is the meal plan that I did for a woman abroad that had ulcer. And that's what I've been talking about. So I said, for your own, you have to give me your wake up time and what you do when you wake up. And then everybody must have water therapy. Whether you're using anything or not, at least you can use normal room temperature of water. To start with, if you have never done water therapy before, please take water in 50 cl bottle. That's one sachet of pure water for those of us who takes pure water. Once you wake up, open that pure water and finish it within 3 minutes. If you have never done it before. And if you can, take 2 sachets of pure water. That is actually the least. When you wake up, you take 2 sachets of pure water immediately you wake up. So for me, what makes it easier for me is to put the bottles beside my bed before I sleep. So as I'm getting up from bed, I'm taking that bottle of water or those bottles of water if it's 50 cl and I finish the 2. Now me, because I'm dealing with belly fat, I'm dealing with adding weight, I always take it with my Garcinia. So as I wake up, I take 2 Garcinia with 1 liter of water or probiotic and 1 liter. When I started, I would take probiotic with 1 liter of water. 20 minutes after, I take Garcinia again. So that is how your water therapy should be. If you have aloe vera gel, okay. If you have cucumber water that you must have made in the night and put in the fridge, so you bring it out and allow it to cool up to room temperature, you can take it. You can take mint water. Anybody that needs that, if you chat me, I will give you the recipe for cucumber and mint water. But at least,
Sorry,
even
my
if you
is
don't
it the
do
natural aloe vera or there's a particular aloe vera? I have natural one.
I don't
That's
know
the
what you
plant.
have. I don't know what you have, but it's
Plant.
not all aloe vera that is edible. If what you have is aloe vera
Mm,
barbadense, aloe vera barbadense is oral, you can take it. But of course, you know that my company, we have aloe vera gel. So
okay.
yes, it's aloe vera barbadense. So for this woman, she was my customer, and so I put a lot of our products for her because she just needed to be well. So instead of, I told her that it's not just about taking my product, she needs to do a complete body detox and change of her menu. So she said I should draw the menu plan and add the products and when she should take it. So that's why I did this for her. And she's free from ulcer up till today. And this thing must have been maybe like 2020 or so. So that's it. So if you have access to aloe vera gel, you can take aloe vera gel, you can take probiotic, you can take cucumber and mint water. You can just take your plain water, room temperature, or a little warm. You can add lemon to it, but do water therapy is very, very important for us at this age. I don't remember any morning I didn't do water therapy, except the morning I'm going to take a vehicle, do a vehicle trip that I know I will not be able to get where to wee wee. That's the only time, and I'm leaving like less than 2 hours before that water therapy. Or any, can't remember any morning. Even this morning. This morning I took 1.5 liters. All right. So then exercise, like I've talked about the exercise. Watch the video of exercise, choose which exercise you will do in particular days. If it's the same, no problem, if that's what works for you. But the secret and the, what do I say, and the compulsory thing is that you must sweat. If you didn't sweat, you have not done exercise. Did we hear that?
Yes.
You must sweat. So any exercise you're choosing, make sure you sweat. Then after that, now, how many times do you eat? Remember, this is particular for you. Like me, if I'm doing this now, my breakfast is at 1 or 2 because I'm doing intermittent fasting. So if you're doing intermittent fasting, this 7 a.m. might be 1 or 2 for you. Okay? I eat 2 times a day. So my first meal today was it 2 or 3? Because we went to church. We finished around 1. So yes, my first meal was around 2:30 today, and my last meal was around 6:30 today. So I'm not eating any other thing until tomorrow again. But like I said, if I wake up and I feel hunger, is the thing giving me. Around New Year, I have tangerine, I have grapes, I have banana. I can just take one banana with plenty water and sleep off a day. But because I'm doing intermittent fasting, I try as much as possible to have a 16 hours of non-eating window that I will not put anything apart from water in my mouth. So the night helps me to cover 12 hours. So I don't joke with eating again in the night. I try not to. All right. So does anybody have any question? Go and do your assignments and submit it, and then I'll personally correct what you have done. Questions, please. In the absence of any other questions, can we close for the day? Nobody is talking. Can somebody talk?
Thank you very much, Ma. I don't have any question. I'm good.
Okay, thank you for answering. God bless you. All right. Okay, I believe that silence is consent. I pray that for these remaining 2 weeks that God will heal us completely and that God will give us the grace to follow what our body needs and the insight and the willpower and consistency to go through this and become a better us. God bless you. Thank you for joining me today in the Zoom. And please give me your testimonials from today's lessons and all the ones you have been having. If there's an insight you have gotten, you can do a voice note for me. You can type it out for me. If there are changes you're beginning to see, you can do a voice note or type it out for me. Please encourage me to continue doing this. God bless you all. Good night, ma.
There is a question in the chat box.
Okay, let me check it. Okay, can I elaborate on intermittent fasting? Okay, Noya also says forever aloe vera gel is very nice. Yes, ma, it's a miracle for me. Maybe I should just share that miracle. I used to have malaria every month, sometimes every 2 weeks. In fact, when I had my second son, I had so much malaria that that boy came out with malaria parasite in his blood. So 2 weeks that he was born, he started having malaria, and the doctors did not even suspect malaria. By the time he was 6 weeks, we had been in the hospital. I was in the hospital every week with this boy. They would treat infection, treat so many things. He was almost dying in my hands at teaching hospital in Lorry. So one doctor came around and said, why is this boy pale like this? Why? He was almost gone. He now asked the doctors that were treating him, have you tested him of malaria? They said, no, he's on breast milk only. The woman said I said, he's been on breast milk. So the man said, is that why people have not tested? He said, a baby with breast milk only is not supposed to have malaria. He said, can we just run that test just to be sure? They did this test and my son had 3+ malaria at 6 weeks. So that was when they started asking me. By the time they had my history, they were shocked. They gave this boy malaria injection, chloroquine or something. I don't remember what they gave him. And in the next day, the boy was healed and we left the hospital. From that time up until even when I had my last son, I'm a malaria person. But do you know that for the past 10 years that I started taking aloe vera gel, I have not had malaria, not once. Not once. So they say it's expensive. I said, it's not expensive for me. It is a miracle to me. Why? Because the consultancy money I was supposed to pay the doctors, I use it to drink aloe vera. The malaria medicine and injections, I use it to drink aloe vera. The time that I spend in the hospital wasting away and the eye issues is giving me, I use the money to drink aloe vera gel. That is one testimony. And you know that my son also, because he had it like that, he had to be on Palodrin and all those Sunday. But when he started aloe vera too, he also has his own miracle with for malaria. Especially when he was working in Lagos, he was in school. I used to send aloe vera to him. So aloe vera, like Noye said, yeah, it's not just very, very nice. For me, it's a miracle drink. Okay, I don't joke with it. So intermittent fasting, I will end with it, even though I would have given you the video to watch, but because you asked it, let me be very, very brief. Intermittent fasting is I will also drop the yes the video so you can watch it. It will help you. So you have intermittent fasting is when you have your eating window shorter than your fasting window. You know that in the morning, when we want to eat, they say we are breaking fast, come and take breakfast. So that breakfast is like you have stayed away from food and you're not breaking the fast. So that's what intermittent fasting also brings in. Intermittent fasting means you have a long window of not eating. Most people have 12 hours that they eat last around 8, 9 and they don't eat again around until morning 8, 9. That's like 12 hours window. For most human beings, that's what they have. But intermittent fasting elongates that non-eating window so that your body can begin to use ketones and is now called autophagy. You won't understand everything here. You go and watch the video so you can understand it. So autophagy is when your body begins to break down stored energy, stored carbs and things like that, to store carbohydrates to use it for energy in your body. So that's what it means. So and your body enters autophagy after 14, 16, 18 hours like that. So when you stay for 16 hours of not eating, then that's when your body begins to use all those other stored fats and and the good thing about it is that when you have autophagy, it helps to remove a lot of risk to so many diseases. If you're having high blood sugar, arthritis, ulcers, all these things, issues with even people who have cancers, they've also started using autophagy for healing. Like now, if you do 72 hours of no eating, that's like 3 days fasting. They have a lot of health benefits for that. There are some people they say that even doing that just once a month can bring forth a lot of healings from issues for them. So I'll send the video of intermittent fasting to the group so you can also watch it and understand fully. But for me, I do at least 16 8 windows. That's 16 hours of non-eating and 8 hours. That's the least I do. But most times I try to move it to 18, sometimes up to 20. Like now, you take for example today, I ate last night by 7:30. I ate late last night. And it's because we traveled. We came to a new city, and then as we are in that new city, we took a walk. By the time we came back to have our meal, it was around. I started eating around 6:30. I elongated. I ate for long. So now let's even say that it's 8, but I know it's 7:30 because I had already slept off by 8. Let's even say it's 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, and around 2:30. So today now I had 19 hours of autophagy. That's 19 hours of intermittent fasting of non-eating window. So that 19 hours of non-eating window, I have entered autophagy. At least I entered it for at least 2 to 3 hours. So it's going to help my body. It's going to help my body to really adjust and become, better. It would have used some stored fats and things like that. Help me to burn a little more calories in my system. So today now I ate last around 6:30. So I'll count it from 6:30 to tomorrow. There's no way I will eat before because church service might end around 12:01. So it will be another 2:30 or so. That means I completed 20 hours. So with this, I'll have a lot of fast to burn. All right, thank you. Any more questions before we close? All right. Okay. No question in the chat. Wow, yes, 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 yes. Well, let me check. Yes, okay. It was even only Nonya that was in chat today. All right. So thank you. Any new message? Thank you so much. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you very,
Yes,
very much.
ma'am. Thank you. So please drop your testimonials for me. Drop your or anyhow your appreciation and things like that. They will help me a lot. Thank you all.
Okay, Ma.
Have a lovely night's sleep and have a glorious service tomorrow for those of us who go to church.
Yes,
All
Ma.
right.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Yeah, good night. Bye.